After observing with keen interest Nigerian government's renewed drive to rid the country of drug abuse and use of illicit substances, a civil society organization, the Coalition of Nigerian Youths on Security and Safety Affairs, Conyssa, recently organized a multi-stakeholder conference on drug abuse and demand reduction in Nigeria. The conference had in attendance members of Nigeria's security forces who have been clamping down on the menace of consumption of illicit substances, traditional title holders, youths, and captains of industries. Speaking at the sideline of the event, keynote speakers at the conference reiterated the need for Nigerian youths to shun usage of dangerous drugs as consumption of illicit substances could jeopardize their ambitions. They sued for more effective collaboration between paramilitary organizations like the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, and allied agencies.
Not just the fact that we are commending General Buba Marwa-led NDLEA for the landmark stride that it has achieved, but also to go deeply and fight drug abuse, because this issue, beyond what we are doing today, we want to implore the National Orientation Agency and the new incoming administration to form a multi-stakeholders structure that will be institutionalized in our curricula. They need to be teaching drug abuse, sex education, all these menace, especially the implication to our health.
I think it's the right thing, right step at this moment to take, given the kind of youth involvement in illicit drugs in Nigeria. It will soon become a pandemic if some drastic actions are not taken. So, and I really appreciate all the agencies that come together to provide solutions, at least to put a peg in the ground and have a starting point that we all agree that we should start reversing the trend. We should start giving people, youth, opportunities to engage them in different activities that will make them look away from the menace of drugs.
Safety rule in this type of meeting is on the safety side. That for the youths to be future leaders of tomorrow, we all need to ensure their safety, and they need to ensure their safety too, because movement from one place to another is a must, is compulsory, and because they need to move. Majority of the age cadre dying on the road with road traffic crash are the youths from the age of 15 to age of 45. And if we continue the trend without intervention, then there will be no future.
It's important to understand that even young people have a role in playing when it comes to society, changing the society. And what I mean by that is the change we're trying to build starts even from young people. Your background doesn't give you a reason for your back to be on the ground, and then you start engaging in drugs and all of that. The problem with drugs is it doesn't solve the problem. It only elevates the way you feel about your circumstances. Nigeria's problem is great, truly, but young people need to take responsibility, and young people need to find resilience, to build resilience, to come against the adverse effects they face every day, and begin to build strength from it and become better people, and then the society can become better, and Nigeria at large can become a better place for every one of us.
In the same vein, the organizers of the conference expressed their resolve to take the campaign against the use of illicit drugs not only to urban areas but to rural areas. They regretted the fact that consumption of hard drugs has simmered down to primary school pupils who are hitherto considered innocent.
The purpose of this program is basically to brainstorm and see how Nigerian youth can come on board to assist the security agencies on the issue of drug abuse within our country. Looking at the percentage of the youth that now take illicit drug, we now discover that it has even gotten to the extent of primary school. Before now, it is something of tertiary institution and the class that have graduated and the working class. And we discover that the more usage of this drug is causing more harm and danger in our society, which has actually increased the rate of criminal activities. So this program is meant to raise a communique that will map out the strategies that will make Nigerian youth to work with the NDLEA and other security agencies of the country and see how we run an effective program across the 36 states and the 774 local governments.
Basically, this program is being put in place to help in checking both drug demand and drug supply reduction. And why are we interested in this? Here we are in a society where you see people go to schools and sell candies made out of Indian hemp. You see people make biscuits out of drugs for children. So if you say it is demand reduction alone, it will not be good enough. We are talking about supply where the victims are not even aware of what they are consuming. So in this case, we have decided to collaborate with various agencies on this issue. And the result we seek to get is to create a ripple effect on what we are doing here today.
Nigeria is widely regarded as the country with the highest youthful population in Africa, with over 60% of its demography less than 25 years. To harness these youthful human resources to sustain the growth of the country, it is imperative to discourage drug abuse while encouraging them to engage in productive ventures. In Abuja, Nigeria's capital, Abiodun Mohammed, Top Accolade News.